FPC Security is proud to introduce our indoor keypad/reader, maglock, exit button, and doorbell kits. For outswinging door kits, you'll see the following kit numbers: 5322, 5326, and 5330. For in-swinging door kits with the L&Z brackets, you will see the following kit numbers below: 5323, 5327, and 5331. For proper installation, please make sure that you have the following diagram and installation manuals of each individual product on hand. Warning: please read carefully before installing this kit. It's very important that you take the time and read each section of this before installing this kit. In order to get started with this installation, you need to make sure you have the following tools on hand. First step will be to take the power supply that is provided in the kit and cut the end of the connector. When cutting is complete, you will find two wires at the end of the power supply. The positive side of the power supply is identified by the white dashes along the wire, or you will see that it comes in the color red. The negative wire will be solid black. In this step, we're going to show you how to connect 5 wires together, mostly using the negative portion of the power supply. Let's get started. We're going to take the negative portion of the power supply and connect it to the negative black wire from the doorbell. Then we will get the same negative wire from the power supply and connect it to the negative black wire from the exit button. Now we will get the negative wire from the power supply and connect it to the negative black wire from the keypad/reader. We will now connect the negative wire from the power supply to the brown wire from the keypad/reader. Last step on this section, we're going to get the same negative wire from the power supply and connect it to the COM green wire from the exit button. In this step, we will be using the positive wire from the power supply and connecting a group of 3 wires. Let's start by getting the positive side of the power supply and connect it to the positive red wire of the reader/keypad. Now we will connect these wires to the positive red wires of the doorbell speaker. The following step is to get all the wires that we connected, and now get a piece of electrical wire and connect one end of that wire to the positive red wire of the exit button. In this step, we will be connecting the mag lock to the reader/keypad and to the exit button. For this step, you will connect the positive red wire from the mag lock to the orange wire from the keypad/reader. Now we will connect the negative black wire from the mag lock to the purple wire from the keypad/reader. Now let's connect the yellow wire from the keypad/reader to the NO, or normally open blue wire from the exit button. In this step, we will connect the doorbell to the reader/keypad. Let's start by getting the gray wire from the reader/keypad and connect it to the yellow wire from the doorbell speaker. Next step will be to get the blue wire from the reader/keypad and connect it to the green wire from the doorbell. In this step, you will see a summary of all connections. Make sure you secure your wires by using some black electrical tape or beanie connectors. In this step, we will create some type of user log. This log can be created in Excel or a piece of paper. For example purposes, I will go ahead and show you a template that we created in Excel. Remember that each user can have different ways to enter the system. So here I will show you all different types of examples. This part is extremely important because it allows you to keep track of every user. This will allow you to easily delete a certain user in the future. Let's say the username is Paul and you only gave Paul a proximity card, so you will only enter his proximity card number. Now let's say you gave another employee a proximity card and key tag and PIN. It's all up to you on what type of access you want the user to have. In this step, we will show you on how to change the master code. The default master code is 8 6 times. 8 8 8 8 8 8. So we're going to start by pressing the star 8 6 times, pound, now press 0. Then we will enter the new master code, which will be 1 6 times for example purposes. Pound. Now we will repeat the new master code 1 6 times and pound. In this step, we will show you how to manually add the proximity card or key tags. Remember that for this step, we will use the new master code that we entered on the previous step. If you have not changed your master code, remember that the default factory code is 8 6 times. Now we will go into programming mode. Press star key and then 1 6 times, pound, the number 1, and pass the proximity card or the key tag. That's it. Press star until you see the red solid light to test the card. Now you can see that we're going to swipe the card. It opens the mag lock. We're going to swipe the key tag. And you'll see that the mag lock is open. In this step, we will show you how to delete the proximity cards and key tags manually. Remember that we're going to go into programming mode and your master code, for example purposes, will be 1 6 times. Let's go ahead and press star 1 6 times, pound, the number 2, and present the proximity card or key tag to the keypad /reader. Then we're going to press star until we see the solid red light, just to test the theory there. You see there that they're not working. The lock remains secured. In this step, we will teach you how to manually enter the user ID and user PIN. Now we will go ahead into programming mode by entering star 1 6 times and pound, the number 1, 2 for the user ID and pound. Then you're going to put, for example purposes, 6520 and then pound. To exit programming mode, press star until we see the red solid light. Now we're going to test our code. Before we do that, keep in mind that you have 1,000 users, okay? So we just did user number 1 or 2 to enter the PIN. So the next one would be 3, 4, etc. 6 5 2 0 pound And now you'll see that the mag lock disengages. In this step, we will teach you how to manually delete a user ID and user PIN. We will go into master programming, so star 16 times, pound, the number 2, user ID 2, pound, and star until we see the solid red light. Now I'll show you that I went ahead and I deleted everything that had pertained to user 2. So now the PIN code no longer works. As you can see, it does not disengage. In this step, we will teach you on how to set different time delays. Meaning, if you want the door to stay open for 5 seconds or more, the system comes default with 50 milliseconds. So here we go. We're going to go into programming mode. Press star 16 times. Pound, the number 4, and the number 5 for the seconds that we want right now, plus pound. Then we're going to hit star until we see the red solid light. As you can see now, it's locked. Now we unlocked it and you'll see that it stays open for more or less 5 seconds. And that's it. You can do this for 10 seconds up to 90 seconds, I believe. In this step, we're going to show you how to reset the keypad to factory settings. Make sure you have the power off. Now we're going to make sure we press our star button before we put it back on. We're going to hear 2 beeps. Then when you hear the 2 beeps, take your finger off and then it will be followed by 1 beep. And there you go. We went ahead and reset the system. So, in order to test that out to see if we did it correctly, we're going to try to put in the default master pin to see if that works. So it's star 6 times and pound. All right, great. So it worked and we reset it back to default settings. This is something you can use when everything has failed and you need to restore it. Here we're going to show you just a little summary of how everything works. We pass the card, it opens the door lock. Now the lock is secured. Now we'll show you the doorbell, how it sounds. Now I'll show you the exit button. As you can see, the exit button releases the lock. Now it's secured. Here you see an example of how a lock installed on the out-swinging doors. This is just an example. There's many different ways to do it, but this is one of them. So this is an example of how to install a mag lock with an L&C bracket in a door that swings in. So here we show you how to mount the plate on the L&C bracket and also how to mount it on the door itself. Okay, so that's the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. In order for us to be able to do more videos for you in the future, please subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Also, please like the page as well. In order to find all of our products, please feel free to visit our website at www.fpc-security.com. Thank you so much for taking the time to view our video, and if you have any comments or questions or suggestions, please list them below. Thank you so much.